So far, we have learned about content, border, and padding. Now we will see the fourth and the final component of the box model, and that is the margin. Well, a margin is the space outside of the element's border. And just like padding, we have four individual properties: margin left, margin right, margin top, and margin bottom. And then we also have the margin shorthand property, which we can use to set all four sides at once. So margin shorthand can be used for we can use one value, and this one value 10 pixel is applied to all the four sides, and then we can use two values or three values, just like the padding property. And then finally we have the four separate values, and the order is margin top, margin right, margin bottom, and margin left. So let's use this margin property in our CSS file. So before we add some margin, you can see there is some space at the top and at the side. But where is it coming from? We haven't set any margin yet, isn't it? At the top, outside of the border, and at the side, outside, there is a little space. Let's inspect and see from where this space is coming from. Well, these are default margin values. You can see in the body has some margin of 8 pixels. This pink color, 8 pixels. And these are default margin values. And we can set it to 0. We can reset these default values, and that's what normally people do, so they can work with a new web page. So let's do it. So at the very top, we will select all the elements using the universal selector, and then write or margin property. All the elements should have a margin of 0. And then now you see there is no space, there is no margin anymore at the top nor at the sides. Okay, now we can use the individual margin properties. So for the container 1, let's give a margin top, of 30 pixels. Save it. You can see, yes, we got some 30 pixels of space. And then let's give a margin right of 50. No, let's give margin left. Left of 50 pixels. Save it. You can see, yeah, 50 pixels of space. It moved towards the right side. 50% of space of margin left. And then let's give a margin bottom of 50 pixels. Here, 50 pixels of space. And then for container 2, let's give a margin left of 60 pixels. Yeah, it moved 60 pixels to the right. And then for container 3, let's use the margin shorthand. And using this, let's give 40 pixels of margin to all the sides. Yeah, let's expand this and see. 40 pixels. Let's inspect and see. So this pink color here This pink color is the margin of 40, 40, 40, 40, sides 40. And for div 3, we have 40, top and bottom. We didn't specify any width. Sorry, we didn't specify any margin, top and bottom, so it's empty. And left is 60 and right there is none. And for container 1, you can see this pink area is the margin. 30 pixels at the top, 50 and 50 at the bottom.